Hello everyone and welcome back. Right, okay, another air fryer video, but today we're going to get serious. Okay, so you can see all these bits and bobs on the table. A lot of people have asked me, with the air fryer and all the different things that I've cooked in it, have I cooked a cake? And the answer was no, I've never tried a cake, so I thought today we'd give it a go. This is just a simple marble cake that I found online, and it's no eggs. So it's a no egg cake for like us if you're struggling to get eggs and things like that, and also there's no butter in it either. So no eggs, no butter, it's just a vegetable oil based cake, and I'll go through the recipe and see how we get on. So right, let's start with this. So we have in our bowl, we've got 150 grams of sugar. And then what we have 245 grams of plain flour, which I'm going to sift into the sugar. So I'll rest that on there, tip this in. Here we have some baking powder. Now this is a tablespoon of baking powder. So put that in with our flour. And then we need a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. Okay, so that is a quarter teaspoon of salt. That goes in there. And then we just sift that now into the sugar. So if this turns out to be a disaster, then you will see it as a disaster. Okay, right, so we've mixed that up. So next, we add half a cup of vegetable oil. So there's our vegetable oil. We just make a little bit of a well. Now what we add to that is 1 cup of room temperature water. So this is just a little bit hotter than room temperature, so this is probably where it'll all go wrong, but that's 1 cup of room temperature water with the vegetable oil, with the dry ingredients, and then what we do is we give that a good old mix. We add 1 tablespoon, yes, 1 tablespoon of vanilla essence. So there's our vanilla essence. A little tablespoon measurer. Okay, do all that, just knock it over and give that a good mix in. I'm going to split this now and pour it into another bowl. Pour half of it into another bowl, then add some cocoa powder to make the chocolatey version. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put half of that in this bowl. I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Okay. That was nicely handed to me there by Mrs. James B. Okay, there. So I think what I might do, looking at some of those little bits in there, I'm going to switch over to a whisk. While I'm doing this, what I will say is that I was under a bit of a dilemma of how I was going to do this in the air fryer, because I have had a look at some videos and people have sort of got silicone cases, baking tins, this, that and the other to try and get it in the air fryer. So what I'm going to do is, be it right or wrong, and give it a try, I'm going to use some greaseproof paper, baking parchment, and I'm going to line the inside of the air fryer basket and cook the cake in that. So as I say, it'll either go one or two ways, a complete disaster, or hopefully a success. Lastly, and then what I'll do, I'll start adding the cake mixture now, and then hold that back, and any bits that look like they're sticking out of the top, I'll try and cut those off, but obviously without any bits of paper falling into the cake. Pour this one in. Now I did have a lovely spatula that's gone away. Ah, thank you very much. And then what I'm going to do now get this little blade, and then we go like that to give it, but not too much, because otherwise then you will end up with just a massive chocolate cake, which it looks like I'm in danger of doing, so I think I will stop there. Okay, so here we go. This is our cake mixture, our marble cake, although it looks more chocolate than marble, but anyway, never mind, that's fine. So here we go. Wish me luck. Right, now I'm going to obviously go, I say obviously, I don't really know, this is trial and error. I'm going to go for bake. Now, I don't know if I've told you this before, but when you put it on bake, the default setting for bake is 175°C. So that is as high as it will go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on for 15 minutes. So let's try this at 15 minutes and see how we get on. Okay, here we go. Okay, right, that's had 15 minutes. Let's have a look. I'm a bit nervous. Well, it looks like a cake. Let's do the test. Got like some sort of a hard shell on it. I'm not quite sure what that is, but I think another 5 minutes on bake and then we'll have another look. Okay, it's at 3 minutes, so I'm going to just have a quick check. Pretty much there actually. I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to spoil it. So what are we looking at then? So we're looking at 18 minutes, 175 on bake. Now, if you... Oh dear. Well, I said I'd let you know if it was a success or a failure, and unfortunately this is a failure. So back to the drawing board. If any of you have had success in doing cakes, I mean, maybe little fairy cakes or cupcakes, fine, but this, I mean, look at it, it's all gone liquidy, it's just hasn't set in the middle at all. Look, it's all, yeah. So as I say, I'm not a baker, so if any of you have got any hints or tips or anything like that with regards to cakes in an air fryer, please let me know, but unfortunately this was a failure. So there we go, but never mind, we'll get there. Enjoy, and I'll see you soon.